Bayern Munich are reportedly open to selling winger Kingsley Koman this summer, which opens the door for Manchester United if they want to sell Jadon Sancho. United's interest in Koman dates back to 2020, when the Reds first tried to sign Sancho. Men's Sport understood the Frenchman was listed as an alternative to the Englishman should they be unable to bring the former Manchester City man back to England. In the end, neither Sancho nor Koman arrived that summer, with United having to wait a full year for the winger to arrive. In January 2021, the current 28-year-old addressed interest from the Reds in his services. He told reporters, "Knowing that good teams are interested in me is good, it gives me extra confidence, but I have a contract here until 2023, I only think about Bayern. It's all good, I'm happy." Fast forward to 2024, and Sancho's future at Old Trafford remains uncertain. In September 2023, he had a public fallout with Erik ten Hag, which seemed to end any hopes of him representing the Reds again. However, in an unexpected twist, Sancho and ten Hag appear to have put their differences to one side, with the winger featuring during the preseason tour of the United States. The Dutchman has insisted the 24-year-old could play as a false nine for the Reds this campaign considering the injury to Rasmus Højlund, but the feeling at the club is that he could still be sold for the right offer. Should United be looking for a replacement, they could go full circle and target Koman again, according to Sky Sport Deutschland journalist Florian Plettenberg. He understands that Bayern are open to selling or loaning the winger out in this transfer window. A loan would also see an obligation or option to buy inserted into the contract. PSG are believed to be the frontrunners, having also shown an interest in Sancho this window. It looked like this would finally be a Manchester United window without a saga after two signings were secured quickly, but we ultimately have one. Matthijs de Ligt's transfer saga has dominated the headlines this summer, with the chase getting more priority since Leny Yoro's injury in preseason. The addition of Noussair Mazraoui to the picture added another dimension to the whole saga that has dragged on for weeks now, with updates, conflicting stories, and briefs from both sides. Now, it looks like United have had enough and are ready to take an extraordinary step to conclude this saga. Man Utd's go nuclear in Matthijs de Ligt transfer chase. Ineos faced the issue of selling teams levying United tax whenever they have approached clubs for players this summer. Things reached a head with the Manuel Ugarte deal, which they pulled out of recently to move to other targets as Paris Saint-Germain refused to budge from their demands. It is a necessary step to fix one of Glazer's biggest problems at Man Utd, and Ineos sent a strong message with that move. That message could be about to be reinforced, on a much bigger level, if recent reports are to be believed. GIVEMESPORT reports that United are finally threatening to walk away from a deal for de Ligt if Bayern don't budge from their demands in a repeat of the Ugarte saga. They are exasperated at Bayern's stance, especially since the Bavarians have already told the player he is not in new head coach Vincent Kompany's plans. Furthermore, United are the only interested party and the player only wants to join United, so Bayern effectively asking the club to bid against itself repeatedly is not something the higher-ups at Old Trafford want to entertain. After having an initial bid rejected, United also made a double offer for both him and Mazraoui that was also rejected, which was treated with bemusement by United officials. Bayern have a deal of their own contingent on de Ligt's sale in Jonathan Tah, so their stubborn stance in delaying every domino from falling is frustrating for United, hence their readiness to take this nuclear step. A negotiating brief. When United pulling out of negotiations for Ugarte was reported, it had a qualifier to it that the club wasn't ending their interest, just walking away until PSG leave room for negotiations. Something similar could be happening in this case, so this report might well be a message to Bayern to strengthen United's position in negotiations. Links to Ugarte's alternatives have already started cropping up, with Sander Berge headlining the list, but no such thing has happened in de Ligt's case. This makes it clear that United still prioritize the Dutch international, but they want to flip the bullied in the transfer market tag on its head. United haven't had a great reputation in the market ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, with the list of expensive flops far longer than successful transfers. To bring balance to that, Ineos have been working hard this summer, and putting out briefs like these could just be part and parcel of negotiations in the bigger picture. If not, they better have a list of alternatives to De Ligt too, as United's centre-back situation is clearly fragile enough to warrant additional reinforcements after Lenny Yoro.